Another observation I'd like to make on the Jonbenet Ramsey case, which is a cold case from December 1996, a murder of a 6-year-old child. And the observation is about the potential suspects. If you're familiar with the case, you know the case is unsolved. It may be still ongoing. It may be an open case, although cold. However, no arrests have been made. No suspects have been charged as far as solid suspects. And at least not solid enough, not reliable enough to make an arrest. So the case is unsolved so far. And it makes me wonder, since Jonbenet was a pageant contestant, participant, meaning that she, along with her mother and others in her family, friends, participated in beauty queen contests, beauty pageant events all over the state of Colorado, as I believe, maybe in some other states. But she did go to many places. In fact, I believe she went to many places, perhaps dozens or more. And these were, as the pictures I've seen on TV of these events, substantial gatherings of many people, perhaps many dozens of people, perhaps more than 50 or even over 100 people at times for the larger events. And there were photos, videos taken from many people, many angles. And it makes me wonder, where are these videos and how they have played in the investigation? These photographs taken of perhaps groups of family, friends after the event, during the event, before the event. Many people's faces may have been captured on camera, and these people, I believe, if you're a good investigator, you would track down every person in those events. As you know, Jonbenet was brutally killed by someone in her home. And it is more likely than not that it was a pedophile, someone that was obsessed with her, someone that was mentally disturbed, mentally ill, perhaps. And perhaps this person attended at least one or more of her events. That's how come that person probably, most likely, found out about her, learned about her, and perhaps followed her and her family, and most likely conducted some sort of surveillance on the family and their routines, their whereabouts, what they do on a daily basis. So I'm quite sure if the intruder theory is true, which is a toss-up between an intruder theory, in this case, and an inside job or inside crime being committed, meaning someone within the house committed the crime. But if the outside intruder, the intruder theory, is true, then the perpetrator most likely was not a first-time witness or did not just meet all of a sudden his victim on that night or even the day before. I am quite sure the assailant, the criminal that committed this heinous crime, knew the child, perhaps knew the family, maybe not personally, maybe from some distance. Maybe that person kept some distance between him or herself and the family and the child until the day that this person attacked. Again, if the intruder theory is true. And this person may have been caught on camera by the many attendees filming in these events. I'm quite sure the police, the investigators that were in charge of this case, looked at these people. I'm sure that idea came up. And it's perhaps a common practice to look for people in the crowd. Perhaps repeat visitors, perhaps people that may look suspicious in a crowd, may look out of place, perhaps they're alone, stand out for whatever reason. And I'm quite sure the police looked at these videos. I have not heard, not to my knowledge, that this was something that the police was looking at. Perhaps it's one of the tactics or kept secrets during the investigation. That may be a detail that they may not want to make public, may not want to share. Perhaps they just did not find or could not locate any suspect. If in fact they found one or more than one, they probably couldn't locate any of these suspects. There is one suspect that perhaps, I'm not sure if he did attend Jonbenet's events, but he was a friend of the family, and Jonbenet did know this person.
McReynolds.
He was a man that played Santa Claus, perhaps as routine every Christmas or for several years, and Jonbenet got to meet this person. Perhaps she was brought up to believe in the Santa Claus story like many kids are. And she was quite comfortable and quite friendly and close with this individual.
Bill McReynolds.
This individual is said to have had a gift that Jonbenet
gave to him. And reportedly, he
kept that gift and kept it supposedly in a special location, a special place. And he even, I believe, if I remember right, he even requested that item be buried with him on the day of his death. He was, as far as I know, at the time, sick, frail, and his health was deteriorating. And he, in fact, ended up dying
in 2002
during the active investigation.
Per the Steve Thomas investigation for the Boulder Police Department, Bill McReynolds was an early investigation suspect because of his closeness to the family. But admittedly, he was not a serious suspect. He admittedly consumed pornography, and his wife had curiously and previously written a story about a girl who was kidnapped, sexually assaulted, and murdered in a basement. But in 1974, McReynolds' 9-year-old daughter was abducted, along with a friend, and had witnessed her friend's sexual molestation. Curiously, this occurred 22 years to the day of Jonbenet Ramsey's death. Lastly, Bill McReynolds had written a note intended for Jonbenet, in which he notified her of a special gift after Christmas. The note was found in his trash bin during the investigation. From an article by Gaby Wood, The Guardian, 2006.
So perhaps the investigators, even today, are looking and trying to locate these people that they may have captured on film, or someone may have captured them, their face, their identifiable body parts, postures on film, on videotape, on photographs during those events, and they are probably still looking for perhaps many suspects that they are yet to locate. But this is an observation that I haven't heard too many people mention in books, in articles, in films, in documentaries that I have listened to in the recent past, and I just wanted to bring this up for those interested in this most intriguing of cases. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. Please look for the next episode soon, and please ensure to share this with your friends and family. And please like this content and subscribe as a sign of support and for me to continue to provide this type of content to more people like you. Lastly, if you wish to support this content further, please visit the links provided in this publication. Thank you.